Welcome. I'm David.
I'm Lindsay.
That's it.
It's Desmonds, Donders.
Hello and welcome to Dunbeath. David's parked in the harbour and I've decided to come out for a walk. This is one of the trails, and according to the map there are at least, I'd say, half a dozen cairns, standing stones. He says if you want to do the full walk it's 6.5 miles. I'm not sure we'll get that far, but we'll see how far we get. Oh, I hate people. Why do people insist on hanging doggy shit bags on trees? Is it to remind them to pick it up on the way back, or do they just do it out of sheer stupidity? I think it's the latter. Never mind. We left Lather and Whale before our second pot of tea, and we went to the campsite at Inver. What a lovely lady. I went in and said, hello, we're a motorhome, can we empty our toilets and our waste and can we get fresh water? Of course you can, my dear. £5 to dump 2 toilets, fill the tank and dump the wastewater. And she explained that the hose that's there is for cleaning the toilets and not for putting in your drinking water tank. And she says, have you got a hose? And I went, oh yes, we've got our own hose. Oh good. She says, I'm fed up telling people not to use that one. And I must have gone a really funny colour of green. But she was lovely, and I appreciate the fact that we could actually dump the toilets and get more water, and I don't mind spending a fiver on it. And then we came down to Dunbeath and I went into the local spar shop. Not a lot there really. I got a few bits, and then we went down to the harbour. The people that we've seen in the little day van at Leicester, and when we were at Lather and Whale yesterday, and I spoke to them both yesterday and jokingly said to them, where are you going tomorrow? Oh, we don't know yet. And I says, well, we're going to Dunbeath Harbour, and the motorhome that was parked next to us was already in one of the slots here when we got here, so we've had a bit of a giggle with them, and about it, and I asked them where they're going tomorrow, and he told me, and I went, okay, we won't see you there because I didn't think there was any parking there, but I think I know where he's parking. I'm not sure. But, well, it is Tuesday and it's a bit overcast. It has tried to rain once, so if you get cut off very quickly it's because it's rain started, and I'll have to head back. I mean, I don't mind if I get wet. I've got plenty of clothes with me. I just don't want the equipment to get wet. There's a nice breeze blowing, so it's all good. And so far we are still on plan, but the plans actually only went up till Tuesday because David wanted to do the harbours, And now we're trying to think of where we're going to go for the bank holiday weekend, because obviously most places are going to be very busy. We'll come up with something. I think we've got a plan. It's a matter of whether that plan comes off or not. Right. Oh, it's a bit wild jungly here. I can hear the burn, but I can't see it. I can't see across the height of the bracken. The bracken's bigger than me, and I'm only 5'6". Oh, there'll be beasties galore in this lot. No matter. I got bit yesterday. Something managed to get through my sock and bit me. And then I got bit in the arm last night. I think it was a flying ant, but I'm not really sure. So they're a bit ouchy. It's fine. So I'm not sure what you can see, apart from dark clouds above me. So, this is our 4th night tonight, and it's our 3rd night at a harbour, but all 3 harbours we've been to before. Leibster, Lathering and here. Although apparently the last time we were here was 5 years ago, and I do remember it because we were here on my birthday. Oops, what was that? Did I drop something? No, I don't think so, because my pockets are all... Oh no, I just hit the camera. Sorry. It says it gets pretty steep in places and a bit boggy, but we'll see. We'll see how far Lindsay's curiosity gets her. Probably further than it should. I know you all worry when I say, right, that's me, I'm switching you off and I'll see you next time. You think, did she get home? Well, yes, I do get home eventually. It may take me a while, but I do get home. I do have my phone with me today because I've not done this walk before. Apparently there's a leaflet I can get from the Dunbeath Heritage Museum, but I don't even know where that is. So I might pop in on my way back. Okay, so sorry folks, needed to sort myself out. My phone was falling out my pocket, so all sorted now. And I've also put a sweetie in my mouth, so sorry for the noise of the sweetie. I'm not really. I'm afraid the noise you can hear is the A9. It seems to be echoing round the valley. Or it may just be water. Actually, I think it's water. So I won't keep you on all the time because I'll run out of battery or SD card space. So we'll see if we can see the water. I can hear it. but I can't see it. Well, I can, glimpses of it through the broom. I'm not that brave to put my hand through a broom bush. So, yeah, you can't really see it. But this is where we're at. I know there's an old graveyard here that's still in use. Goodness knows how. I'm not really sure how you could get to it, but I will switch you off for a while and I will put you back on when I find something that's of interest. Here we are at Dunbeath Broch. It's the first one. Apparently there are several more. Whether or not we get there, who knows? It's all weather dependent on when Lindsay's decided she's had enough. But I hope you guys can see this. I hear you crows. It's had apparently a lot of vegetation removed from it, and it is preserved by Dunbeath and by, oh, you're never going to see in there, it's too dark. Hysterical Scotland, which admittedly do a lot of good work, but there we go. So here we are, the first one of the day. If I get to any more, I'll switch you back on again. Sorry, beasties.
Dunbeath. And Dunbeath Harbour, to be exact. Although you can't really see the harbour from where we are. But what you can see, as we swing round, is Dunbeath Castle. I'm going to zoom in, catch the castle and the stacks. Now I don't remember whether it's up for sale or recently been sold, but if it's up for sale it would make a nice family home for somebody. In fact, a few family homes probably. And the other way, looking at the cliff, which we'll no doubt take a closer look at, you can see the seat and benches of a picnic area. And straight out to the right is water. It could be interesting getting any sort of audio on this. The wind is blowing straight at me. But we're at Dunbeath Harbour. Only the second time we've been here, it's 5 years almost to the day. And yeah, it's a great place. Lindsay's been up to the broch and I have been flying the drone and taking video. course, I've left it late in the day and the sun is low in the sky. Dunbeath Harbour. Heading back towards where we're parked, and looking at the cache we already have from here from 5 years ago, and you can see the worn footpath to it still. I'm not going to show you where it is, of course. Yeah, that doesn't look at all pleasant up above us. We're parked just the other side of the white cottage there, and I think it's time to head back and get under cover. Dunbeath is a village in the southeast Caithness, Scotland, on the A9. It sits astride the Dunbeath Water just before it enters the sea at Dunbeath Bay. Dunbeath Harbour was built about 1800 and in 1814 had 100 plus boats fishing for herring. At one time ice was cut in the river in winter and stored in the ice house at the harbour. As a fishing village, Dunbeath's importance declined as small boat fishing became less profitable. Some small boats still use the harbour, mainly for creel fishing. Dunbeath has a very rich archaeological landscape. There is a community museum landscape interpretation centre at the old village school, and nearby are numerous Iron Age brochs and an early medieval monastic site. The village was built to cash in on the herring boom in the early 1800s, with up to 100 or more boats operating from the harbour here. Times have changed and the herring boom is long gone. The harbour is much less active now, though it does provide an excellent viewpoint for Dunbeath Castle, perched precariously on the cliffs south of the village, and spare a thought for the poor soul who gets the job of dangling over those walls above the cliffs to repaint them. On the harbour side is an attractive statue depicting Ken and the salmon, celebrating the life of novelist Neil M. Gunn, who was born in Dunbeath in 1891 and played a role in the development of nationalism in Scotland in the first half of the 20th century. Thank you for watching Desmonds Donders. And remember, please take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. Please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, and hopefully we'll see you next time.